Namaste students, my name is JVS Dr. Neeraj Bholia, Faculty of Agriculture and Veterinary Science, Jayoti Vidyapeeth, Women's University, Jaipur. So today we are going to discuss about the HIV infection, or if it is caused the disease, then that is known as the AIDS. This belongs to the subject medical biotechnology. In the previous lecture, we have studied about the tuberculosis, its signs and symptoms, the diagnosis, treatment, and the prevention. Now, next is the HIV infection. So, let's talk about this. So, the AIDS, that is abbreviation of the acquired immunodeficiency syndrome. So, syndrome is a group of the symptoms. Okay, syndromes is the group of symptoms. So, it is a chronic condition caused by the HIV virus. So what is the HIV? That is the human immunodeficiency virus. So this virus damages the immune system, and this virus interferes with our body's ability to fight the infections and the other diseases. So because this is basically a STD, the sexually transmitted disease, and it can also be spread by the contact with the infected blood, infected body fluid, or from mother to child during the pregnancy and during the childbirth, or through the breastfeeding. So there are medications for this condition, and the medications show very satisfactory or dramatically slow. They dramatically slow the progression of the disease. So if we talk about the signs and symptoms of this condition or this disease, so it depends on the phase of the infection. In which phase is the condition, is the disease. Okay. So if it is in the primary infection condition, or we can say the acute HIV there, so within 2 or 4 weeks after the virus enters the body, the following symptoms may be there. First is the fever, headache, muscle aches and joint pain, rash, sore throat, and painful mouth sores. Swollen lymph nodes are there, mainly on the neck. The diarrhea may be there, weight loss will be there, cough, and night sweats. So these are the signs and symptoms in the primary infection phase. So if it is in the clinical latent infection phase, or in the clinical latent infection phase, the HIV is still present in the body and in white blood cells, that is WBC. However, many people may not have any symptoms or the infections during this time. So that's why this is known as the latent infection phase, because in this condition the virus is latent. It is not showing any sign and symptoms. It is not causing any problem, any issue in the patient. So that is the clinical latent infection or chronic HIV. Now the next phase is the symptomatic HIV infection. So in this symptomatic HIV infection, as the virus continues to multiply and destroy your immune system or immune cells, the cells in our body that help fight of the microbes, the pathogens, the bacteria, viruses, fungus, you may develop mild infections or chronic signs and symptoms during this phase, because these cells which fight against the pathogens are deficient. So you may cause the infections, you may have the fever, fatigue, the swollen lymph nodes, and often one of the first sign of the HIV infection, such as the diarrhea, weight loss, oral yeast infection, that is the thrush, and the singles, that is known as the herpes zoster, and the pneumonia. Okay, so the common infections will be there. So next phase is the progression to AIDS. Progression to AIDS means the HIV infection is now causing the disease, and the disease is known as the AIDS. Okay, so because the antiviral treatments is available, so most people with the HIV in many developed countries today don't develop the AIDS. Okay, so untreated HIV typically turns into AIDS in about 8 to 10 years. Okay, so the treatment is very helpful, and it will increase the life of the patient and effectively. Okay, so when AIDS occurs, your immune system has been severely damaged, and you will be more likely to develop the opportunistic infections or the opportunistic cancer. So what is the opportunistic infections and the opportunistic cancer? Means the infections which are not caused by the bacteria or fungus, which is the normal fungus or the bacteria in our body. They do not generally cause the disease. They get the chance due to our compromised immune system, and they cause because they get the opportunity, and that's why they're causing the infection on the weakened immune system. So that is known as the opportunistic infections that are generally not caused. Okay, likewise the opportunistic cancers may be developed. So the diseases that would not usually cause illness in a person with a healthy immune system will be caused in the progression of the AIDS phase. Okay, so what are the signs and symptoms in this condition or in this condition? So the signs and symptoms of some of the infections may include the sweats, chills, the recurring fever may be there, chronic diarrhea will be there, swollen lymph nodes, the persistent white spots or unusual lesions on the tongue or in your mouth, persistent unexplained fatigue, weakness, weight loss, skin rashes or bumps. So these are the signs and symptoms in the progression of AIDS, progression to AIDS condition. Okay, so how to diagnose uh, the AIDS or the HIV infection? So the diagnosis will be studied in detail in the further lectures, but in this we will have an introduction that in the diagnosis that may be categorized into different categories. The antigen or antibody based diagnosis is there, that is the antigens from the blood and from other body fluid can be taken. In the antibody diagnosis technique, we observe the antibody in the body fluids such as in the blood or in saliva, and some of the confirmatory tests, for example the nucleic acid test is done to get the information of the exactly the what is the viral load, to know the load of the virus in our body. The nucleic acid test may be done, so that will be studied. The diagnosis part and the treatment part will be studied in the next lecture. And in this lecture we have discussed about the sign and symptoms of the disease and what is the disease actually. Okay, so there is a difference between the HIV infection and the AIDS. So what is the difference? The HIV infection is told when the virus is present in your body. So that is the HIV infection, means you are infected with the HIV virus, but that is not the AIDS. So AIDS is a it is a uh, uh, it is a group of the symptoms. Okay, and that is known as the syndrome. And what is that syndrome? That is the acquired immunodeficiency syndrome, means the syndrome which is represented by the decreased immune system. Okay, so that is the disease actually. So AIDS is the disease and HIV is the virus that is present. The infect HIV positive means the virus is present in your body, but it is not causing the active disease. Okay. So that is the difference between both of them. So in the sign and symptoms, we have discussed that is categorized according to the phase of the disease. Okay, and there are various phases of the disease. The first or the primary phase is known as the primary infection, and that is the acute HIV. Okay, and in the second is the clinical latent infection, that is also known as the chronic HIV. The third phase is the symptomatic HIV infection, and fourth is the progression to the AIDS. Okay, so these are the different 4 stages of the HIV infection or AIDS, and the sign and symptoms may vary according to the phase of the disease. Okay, so this was all about the HIV infection, the introduction, and the sign and symptoms. So in the next lecture, we will study about the diagnosis and treatment of the AIDS. So hope you are satisfied with this video session. If you have any doubt, any query, you can write in the comment box. And this session is powered by Digital Version 2, Jyoti Vidyapeeth, Women's University, Jaipur. Thank you.